guys, welcome back to Angel Angela, and on this podcast I want to talk about how narcissists believe that they are the prize and never look back. Never look back, you guys. Never look back to when someone, abandons you and they don't, show any type of remorse, any empathy towards you. When this person has, devalued you, even in front of people, treated you as if you were merely an object, and, they make you spend days and weeks lonely and tortured by your own thoughts, trying to figure out what did you do wrong, trying to figure out how you can make it better, or what you can do to make this person realize that you care about them. What can you do to attract them more to you? And the more you do this, the more they pull away, because the narcissist, they don't see any value in you. You can use this, vice versa, but as a woman, it's like you kind of want to get treated, like a lady. You want to get treated with respect. You want all of the things that glitter, right, in a relationship, only to find out that the narcissist is incapable of loving, especially another woman, because they have a deep hate for women. So when you're dealing with someone who hates women, that's a red flag, especially if you feel like you don't fit into the narcissist world, but they're trying to fit in your world. They're trying to surround themselves, with your family, and even when you're not around, they're gravitating to your family and the people around you, because they might value something that you might not value at the time. They see something that they can have for themselves, because the narcissist believes they're the prize. The only thing is that the narcissist, they're looking at you like, why are you trying to glitter? You're merely an object to me. Why are you trying to overshine me? Even with a lot of women, there's something about a woman's sexuality, right? Something about a woman that just makes her sexy, or when you think of a woman, you think about how a woman might smell, or just her aura, the femininity in it. And instead of the narcissist appreciating those things, what you will notice with male narcissists is that they will like those things, but at the same time, they hate those things about you. It's almost as if they feel as if you're outshining them, it gives them a sense of jealousy, to the point where they actually wish that they could be in your shoes. They wish they could be a woman. They wish they could be, to them, it's like, if I was a woman, I would have it a lot easier than most people. I would know how to use my body, or use what I have to get what I want from others quicker. And I won't even have to love bomb. This is why a woman narcissist, they're so dangerous, because, they feel as if they should be worshipped, right? And they feel as if they don't really have to do too much to get what they want out of someone, so they'll try to convince you that, that's what they're used to getting, that this is how they're used to getting treated, and that you have to treat them, the same. So when I say the narcissist, tries to make themselves the prize, this can be in many ways. It could be simply with, the narcissist having different supplies, circling around their exes, circling around people from their past, trying to break everyone down, trying to cross boundaries, trying to, almost like it's like they're looking at everyone like everyone's in this secret competition that they don't know about. So the narcissist feels like, if I taught you something, or if I treated you bad, I taught you a lesson. And if I taught you a lesson, you learned from that lesson. And if I'm not around you, if I leave you for another supply, you're going to realize that a lot of the things that I did to you, it prepared you for, things that you might see if you move on into another relationship. So it's kind of like them feeling as if, other people will do the same thing to you, but thanks to them, you don't have to deal with that. So when you're in a state of mind where you're kind of like, I don't want to mess with anyone, I'm afraid to move on, I'm going to focus on myself, right? You start to work hard, you start to go to school, you start to, get that job that you always wanted. You start to pursue things, you start working on your fitness, you start doing all of these things to focus on yourself, because when the narcissist isn't around, you don't have that time and energy to try to, be perfect for someone else, so now you're putting all of that perfection into yourself. When you're with a narcissist, you're trying to show them that, hey, you can shine. And the narcissist is constantly trying to overshine you, like they're in a competition with you. And you're looking at them like, I'm a woman. Why are you in a competition with me? It's all a tactic. It's all a mind game, because when they're not around, they're expecting you to finally move on. Even if they've left you as broken as they left you, they feel like eventually you will move on. Eventually you will finally learn to put yourself first. So the moment that they feel like you're not attracted to them, or you're not checking for them, or they feel like you're moving on, they feel like you're maybe you found someone new, because they can see that natural joy in you. Just that, that natural femininity that the narcissist hates. This is why they have to divide women. They have to divide women in order to get that power, because they don't want women to be in control of their bodies, of their minds. They want these women to stumble across other narcissists that are just like them. They want you to remain low vibrational. This is why a lot of times you feel like you're battling with yourself. You're battling between being in a relationship with someone who has a low IQ, who thinks they're intelligent, and you're battling within, your natural intuition and your natural beauty and your natural charm. You're battling with yourself. They seem to know when to come back. They can feel when your energy is pulling away. And because they want that control, and they feel like, they've instilled so many things in you to wake you up, they feel like they're your master in a way. They feel like, if I come back, I'll be able to reap the benefits of everything that you're doing, because if it wasn't for me putting you through a tough time, you wouldn't have made it out. They almost feel obligated to have whatever it is that you have. And you will see that you won't talk to these people for weeks, months, and they will come back like nothing happened. They will come back like they knew you would make it. They knew that you would always, prosper and things like that. That's kind of like their energy. But in actuality, they know that you're going to have this feeling, when you start doing better and you're all alone by yourself, and you're prospering in the things that you've wanted to do, you're going to have moments where you might think about the narcissist. You might think about them, what they're doing, who they're with. Are they happy? You might think to yourself like, I wish, you might wish that they knew who you were now, like how much you have progressed. And sometimes you might even think to yourself, well, maybe if I was this version of myself when I was with them, things wouldn't have, went so bad. You'll start making excuses. You'll start thinking of your success, and you'll wish that you can share your success with this narcissist, and when you feel like that, you need to remind yourself that the narcissist plays this game with everyone. All the abuse the narcissist brings, it literally doesn't amount to what you could have done on your own, or what you could have learned on your own without this person, gripping this strong hold on you. And it doesn't change the fact that there are good empaths, good empaths who are men and women who could have helped you grow, because the narcissist, they dumb you down. It's like they're giving you little doggy treats when, you could just succeed, with someone who's on the same frequency as you, so they try to fool you into believing that they're on that same frequency. This is why, it's like they're giving you bits and pieces, but the narcissist is really taking more than what they're giving. They're taking energy. This is why even in pimp-like situations where this narcissist is out here, playing with these different women, they always have to have that main woman, that main girl, that ride or die, because that ride or die is literally dying. They're giving all of their energy to attract new supply. That's all it is. Meaning that they use, in a narcissist, just from my perspective as a woman, right? The narcissist looks at themselves like a prize. So if they see any of their past supplies doing good, they're going to want to get in. If they can't get in, of course, they're going to take out their anger on whoever they're with. That's why the new supply or whoever they're with gets the worst type of abuse. This is why the narcissist will abuse you for no reason. And you're thinking, well, I didn't do anything to this person. Why is this person so mad? And they'll bring up other people. They'll bring up family members. They'll tell you they got into it with someone. They'll tell you different stories about things that they're going through to make them act the way they're acting. But in actuality, a lot of times they're upset at past supplies for being able to succeed while not being with them. And while they're with you, they try to hoover those people and it doesn't work. And that's where they take out their anger. If it does work, then they leave you because they think that there's something better over there, because they feel like this person finally, they're finally getting their life together. They're finally doing what I wanted them to do, now they're acting, they're taking their focus off of me, and they're becoming successful. And because I'm the prize, I have to reap the benefits of what this person is doing, so this is why the narcissist looks at themselves. The narcissist looks at themselves like they're the prize. They're in a constant competition with women, and they don't feel anything. There's no empathy there. When they discard you, when they hoover you, when they love bomb you, there's no emotion. There's no true emotion. It's not real. Even if you might think it's real, even if you have good memories of these type of people, along with those bad memories, you have to understand that the good memories were all make-believe. Even when you think about that person smiling and laughing, you can even feel it in your memory, in that present time, that it was fake. You can feel the fakeness of their smiles. You can feel the fakeness of their aura every time they hoovered you, anytime they tried to love bomb you. And that's because the narcissist, they believe they're the prize. They're waiting on the right person that's going to take care of them, who's going to give them everything they want, who's going to accept the abuse while giving them everything they want. So the narcissist gets with different people, not because he actually has this emotional attraction to this person, or they love this person. The narcissist does not get with people for those reasons. They don't stay around with you because of the sex. They don't find, even though they find pleasure in sex, they don't find the value in having sex with you. That's not going to keep a narcissist. A narcissist doesn't care about those things. You have to think about it as someone who is almost like a whore-like mentality. They have like a whore-like mentality where they're whoring themselves to different women. To the narcissist, it's nothing but just pure survival. That's all it is to them. They don't find value in women. Narcissist men don't find value in in women, and narcissist women do not find value in men unless they're doing something for them. Unless they're giving them the image of the perfect family, or the perfect, they're giving them the image of, being wealthy, or being a housewife, or, they want to be treated as if, you are lucky to be with them. They don't feel like they share that common, mutual understanding with you, that you guys have a partnership. They're looking at it as if you are lucky to be with me because other people wanted to be with me. Other people were fighting to be with me. I broke a lot of people along the way. You should be glad. You should be happy that you're ending up with this type of prize. And there's no emotion there towards you. There's nothing there. It's all a competition. They're looking at every supply and they're like, who's going to be the best type of supply? That's why you don't have to do anything to the narcissist. You could literally be having a good, a stable relationship, or your closest version of stable, I guess. And all of a sudden the narcissist just draws away, and it's like they just drop that mask and they're someone else all of a sudden, like right away. Because that's who they've always been. They've always been like that. They've just been pretending. So when they come up to you after Hoover and they're telling you that they miss you or they love you or all of these things, they're acting. And you might think to yourself, well, they did something very horrible to me when they left. Maybe they're trying to get closure. Maybe they do feel bad. They do not feel bad. Because the narcissist only looks out for themselves. The narcissist has no loyalty to anyone. To no one. Not even their own family, not even their own mothers. They're not loyal to anyone. They look at people like objects. So, this is another thing that I realized about narcissists. It's kind of like, I know this is going to be the strangest thing to explain, but I want you guys to look at it like this. If someone, if you have women working at a strip club, right? A gentleman's club, and they're getting on stage and they're basically like showing you their goods, and they're like, I'm the prize. I'm here. I'm the prize. Look at me. I'm the prize. I don't care if you have a girlfriend, boyfriend. I'm the prize. They have that same mentality. I'm the prize, right? And you have these men around that are giving their money to these women, and they don't have any connections to them. They have no ties to them, but they're giving them money. So what's the psychology in that? It's these men are looking at those women like they're the prize. Some of them might be married. Some of them, have girlfriends, but they're looking at these women like they're the prize. What's the difference between the women that they have at home and these women right here? The women that are at home are most likely looking at the narcissist like they're the prize, while the narcissist is looking at other women like they're the prize. They'll even tell you that they don't like those type of women, but yet they're looking at those type of women like they're the prize. And they're not treating you like they're the prize. They rather give their money to strangers. They rather treat strangers better than you. Now, narcissists get to the point where they feel as if I'm the prize. You're not the prize. I know you're a woman, but you're not the prize. If I was a woman, this is how much hate they have. If I was a woman, I would be doing this or doing that. I wouldn't care about a man. I would be using men for their money. If I could do what women do, I would do it, in a heartbeat. And some of them will even tell themselves, well, how about if I do act like a woman? What if I do make myself the prize? What if I make myself the prize? Why do women have to be the prize? What can I do to manipulate the situation to make myself the prize so that I can get worshipped while I treat someone bad? How can I be worshipped? And that narcissist will start having thoughts in their head, and they're thinking, oh, okay, well, I can, if I don't have what it takes, to just take from people, because a woman has more access than me. They don't have to constantly love bomb unless they're someone who doesn't believe they're the prize and they have low self-esteem. Then I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to target the women who have low self-esteem, and they'll make me the prize, and I won't have to work hard. All I have to do is go after the women with low self-esteem, love bomb them, and I'll become the prize. How about if I become a stripper? How about if I become a male stripper? How about if I go and I get money thrown to me by women who have low self-esteem? You know, women who would give me money because they think I'm the prize in this situation. And some of these men, right? It's like being a male performer. Some of these men are gay. Some of these men don't even like women. Think about that. You go into a gentleman's club and you see all these women on stage. They're not all lesbians, you know, they're not all gay. They're just getting their money and they think that they're the prize. But if you go into these gentleman clubs, a lot of these men don't even like women, but they're thinking to themselves, what can I do to make myself the prize? What can I do so I can get the attention on me? Anything a woman can do, I can do it better because a woman is emotional and I'm not emotional. I'm the prize, you know? So when it comes down to it, you're either going to be someone who feels like you are the prize, or you're going to treat someone like they are the prize. And if you're going to treat someone like they are the prize, then you better be careful on what type of person you're dealing with. Because if you're dealing with a narcissist, they are not going to stop. They are going to continue to take from you. They are going to continue to steal from you, slander you, you know. If you're dealing with a narcissist and you're treating them like they are the prize, it's not going to take long for the narcissist to start showing you that arrogance. It's not going to take long. Once you see that you're treating, it's not like it's bad to treat your man like they're the prize, right? But are they treating you like you're a gift to them? Are they treating you like you're a gift to them? Or are they treating you as if you should be lucky to be with them? Are they treating you like they'll leave you at any moment? Are they treating you like if you say the wrong thing to them, they'll go be with someone else because they're the prize? And guess what? When you make the narcissist feels like they are the prize, you know what they do? They go around people and they act like they have so much courage, so much like they have a high self-esteem. They act like they are so attractive. You're giving them that energy. You're giving them energy. And then you wonder, why are they able to, move on so fast? Because they're living off your energy. They're stealing energy from you. They're trying to become the prize by stealing your energy. Literally stealing your energy, the energy that you should preserve for the right person. For someone who is going to give you that mutual respect, they're taking that energy and they're using it. They're stealing it. They're manipulating energy to thrive in life, to get a better job, to attract better people into their life. But once you're gone and that energy is depleted, they go back to being themselves, that low down, sneaky, evil, jealous type of person that they've always been. And that's when they realize that they're not the prize, they come running back to you, to other people, begging, almost in tears, looking like they don't know what they're going to do with their life, looking like they made a really bad mistake. And you might think to yourself that maybe they had a change in mind, right? Just to be fooled again and realize that it was just a game. And here you are giving the best parts of yourself to someone who is almost inhuman to emotions, who lacks empathy, who lacks remorse. Narcissists, you guys, are very, very sick, diabolical, sinister type of people. They're very low down. They, have a very whore-like mentality. So it's like, they don't care what they do to you. They don't care if they cause trouble in your life. They don't care if you're going through an illness. They don't care. They're con artists. They're there just for the con. They don't feel any emotions. They're there like almost prostituting themselves to you. It's like a male prostitute. So when you're dealing with a narcissist hoovering you with this type of mentality, they'll tell you anything. A lot of times they won't even take accountability for what they did. And when you accept them and they didn't even take accountability, they just said sorry, but that was about it, and you take them back, these people are laughing at you. They're laughing because they think to themselves, how could it be that easy? How could it be that easy? Oh, I know, because I'm the prize. You're not the prize. That's why. And it makes them feel good right away. You'll see that a lot of times they'll change back into who they've always been right in front of you. It doesn't really take that long because in their mind, they feel like I won. I'm the prize. I know this to be true just because I've dealt with, people in the past where they would come to like my job and they would flirt with me. And, I would think to myself, like, this guy, I remember this one time, this guy, I think he was like I don't know if he was a midget, but he was, and no offense, but he was really, really short. I don't know. He just looked funny, and he looked like, I don't know if he was on drugs because his eyes were really red, and it looked like he had been drinking. But he was very, he kept trying to talk to me, kept trying to flirt with me, and he wanted me to flirt back with him. And something inside, even though I wasn't attracted to him, I realized that he had so much confidence. And I was like, how can this guy have so much confidence? I was like, he has to be married or have a girlfriend or something for him to have that much confidence. Because while I was talking to him, something inside me said he's a narcissist. And, not all narcissists are as attractive as you guys think. It's just their energy. And I could tell by his energy, he had been stealing someone's energy. So I asked him, I said, are you married? And he said, yeah, I'm married. And I told him, does your wife know that, you just come up here and you start flirting with, girls and things like that? Because he kept flirting with me. So it got to a point where I didn't care about, overstepping my boundaries, asking him, personal questions, because I felt like he had overstepped my boundaries already, So I did. I told him, are you married or something? And he told me he was married. I said, do you treat I was like, does your wife know you do this? Like, you come out here and you like try to pick up on women, basically. And he was like, no, my wife doesn't know. She's a good girl. And, I'm like, do you treat her well? Like, do you treat her well? I just always wonder to myself, like, when guys act like this, I wonder, like, do you actually treat your wife well? Especially if she's a good girl. And he was like, yeah, of course. He's like, I separate my marriage life from the things that I do. And he's like, I don't really do much. I just really go on dates, go out to dinner and things like that. And, he had so much confidence to talk to me and flirt with me. And eventually, after, I kept working or whatever, and some girl comes out of nowhere. I guess that he told me he was going to have a friend meet up with him. And this girl comes out of nowhere, and she was really beautiful. Like, I would say she was more beautiful than me. not to toot my own horn or anything. You just know when someone's considered more attractive than you by society, So I gave her that. I was like, oh, she's, really pretty. The girl that basically came up and met up with him. And when she came, he basically kept talking to me. He introduced me to his friend. It was almost like he was trying to talk to me, and he knew eventually the girl was going to come, and he was going to give me that look like, oh, you thought that I couldn't get me a pretty girl, huh? You thought I couldn't pull me a pretty girl. Look at me now. Look at the girl I brought. That was his attitude. But while the girl was there, she was, she had ordered drinks and food, and she had ordered like stuff to go. And I was looking and I was like, well, the girl thinks that she's the prize, because she showed up knowing you're married, not caring that you're married. And she knew she was going to get something out of it, whether it's money, time, not even time. I don't think she cared about the time. I think she just knew that he would cater to her. She felt like she was the prize in that situation. She saw right through him. She knew that all that confidence he has it's BS. It's BS. That's all it is. He's nothing but a manipulator. That's all he is, and that's what she treated him as. She treated him like he was nothing but a manipulator. And that's what I realized about narcissists, is that they don't have no feelings, no emotions. They don't care about being dishonest with you. They don't care about cheating. They don't care about lying. They feel like they're the prize. If they're able to get you, they feel like the reason they were able to pull you is because there's something special about them, and even when they discard you or you discard them, they always try to circle back around, not because they want to put you in a pedestal, but because they want to put themselves in a pedestal. So that new supply could have discarded him. That new supply could have been a narcissist and doesn't look at the narcissist like they're valuable. So here comes a narcissist trying to come back into your life, because they feel like they're more valuable than you. So if a narcissist hoovers you, that's like a slap in the face. They're basically saying, I think I'm better than you. You don't have nothing else going on, or you can't get anyone better than me, at least. So, they might be more attractive than me, but they're not smarter than me. And then they'll come back and act like they're the prize with their nose is sticking to the air, like they're really all that. And they won't be remorseful for how they left you or anything. It's like they're living in another planet where you don't even exist. You're just an object in their world. So when they hoover you, it's a sign of disrespect. They're basically saying, I'm the prize. You should be lucky that I'm coming back to you. It doesn't matter that, I went through some bad situations while being away from you. That doesn't define me. That doesn't define who I am. I know who I am. I know you're going to take me back eventually. I just have to keep trying, because I'm the prize. And if I was able to get in before, I should be able to get in again, and they'll act like no time passed by. Like you didn't just have to heal for months to be back where you're at. And if they see that you're doing good, they don't want you to know your own value. This is why they come back. They're like, I don't want you to know your own value. I don't want you to gain this knowledge and, actually spend it with someone who's going to treat you like you're the prize. I don't want you to get with someone who's going to treat you like you're worth something, and it doesn't matter what they did to you. They don't care. Trust me, you guys, I've been through everything you can think about. This person taking my finances, my family, my friends, having a miscarriage. I went through so many things, and that person didn't care about anything I went through. Not one thing. They made it seem like they cared. They told me, words of love, but it didn't match their actions. So if someone is not matching their actions to what they're saying to you, they're trying to manipulate you, and they're trying to make you believe that they're the prize. They're feeding you BS. They're love bombing you. They're feeding you BS. And when you feed into it, it stops. The love bombing, all of that stuff stops. And then they'll start giving you excuses. They'll start acting like they're doing bad. All of a sudden they don't have any more money. They're running out of money. They're going through financial problems. All of a sudden, they tell you they need to start saving money. We need to start eating in. We can't eat out anymore at all. Everything will change. Their whole program will change. They'll love bomb you, and then everything will just change. And that's because the narcissist knows that as a narcissist man, he can't just take from a woman. He has to manipulate her in order to get what he wants. It's a very whore-like mentality. So, you cannot think that a whore loves you if they come back to you and they're trying to, act like they care about you. You can't change what's inside of them. You can't change who they really are. Anything that they do, it's just manipulation, you guys, and control. So I hope that this video, on just the narcissist feeling like they're the prize, was helpful for you guys to understand, because they initially come into the relationship knowing how it's going to play out, and they know when it doesn't work out that they're going to continue to use you as some sort of supply. They feel as if you're always going to be an empath, so I'm always going to circle around. Even if they're telling you that they're sorry, when they apologize, they don't mean it. And I know it's scary because it's believable. Trust me, it's believable. I've literally, been in situations where, I know someone's an empath, and then they get around the narcissist, and the narcissist is pretending to have remorse or putting the blame on the empath. And it's so believable that you'll start questioning the empath. You're looking at your friend like, are you really an empath? You start being confused, because that's how well they play it off when they hoover you, that they really care, that they really need to talk to you, they need to be around you, but it's all a con. So it's very believable. Like I said, I've been in situations where I look at people and I'm like, I know why you won't believe me. I trust me, I can tell why you won't believe me. The narcissist, he's good. And that's the frustration that comes with dealing with someone that always thinks they're better than everyone else, that thinks that they're the prize because people believe their lies. So don't take what the narcissist has done to you or what they've said to you as being a reflection of who you are. Just think of it as an experience that you went through, and you gained so much knowledge from it. And, just think of it as just part of your life story, something that happened, and where you'll never want to be back in. You don't ever want to be back into that type of dynamic where you're dealing with someone who they're not giving you anything important, encouraging out of the relationship. It's draining. You're draining your energy. That's all a narcissist does. It's a survival tactic for them to use people. That's what they do. Whoever they end up with, most likely they're using them. A lot of times you can tell. You'll just look at someone and you're looking at that man like, you married that girl because she came from a good family and you thought you can get something out of it, basically. Like, you could just tell right away. So I think knowing and understanding that we're in control of what we want, we're in control, that we're just as important and we're just as deserving. It's very important to understand throughout all of this. So, I hope that this video was helpful for your healing. Sending you guys lots of love, light, and peace. If you guys are new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe, like this video, share your thoughts if you care, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.